they're waiting for a plan to take off to Tripoli, and what we heard that there is another plane waiting in Tripoli to take them to Germany. Yes.
Okay, no, that's great, bringing us up to date there. I want you to take us back, though, to last night and the actual attacks which happened. We're going to look at some pictures of it. You tell us what was actually going on, why this attack happened.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us about the attack last night.
Okay. What happened is that yesterday around 11:30 p.m., a group of what they call themselves as Islamic law supporters heard about the American movie allegedly insult the Prophet Muhammad. So they talked to the streets, igniting these people in the streets, calling them that the Americans are insulting the Prophet. We have to attack their council here in Benghazi. So a lot of normal civilians went with them. They attacked the council in Benghazi here. The council is in Benghazi, and during the attack, Benghazi was inside. It seems to me that the guards and the protection was very weak. They were not able to protect the council, despite sending more support from the army. Because of the Islamic law supporters are heavily weapons. They have got RPG, they've got the Kalashnikov, and they've got grenades. They were not able to push them back. So they stormed with enormous civilians. They were armed as well. They stormed the consulate, and they burned out the place, burned out the offices, and the ambassador actually was inside, and the huge smoke came out of that building, and we heard that the ambassador was killed and bodies were taken out.
Right, and just to confirm for me, Suleiman, who has made the confirmation about Ambassador Stevens? Because I think you told me earlier that there's been no official government reaction. Who's confirmed his death and that of the three others?
What we hear is two officials from the government, but what I'm hearing now is that shortly there will be a letter from the Mr. Wanif al-Sharif. He's the Deputy Interior Minister. He's going to hold the presser soon in Benghazi to tell more about this news.
Okay, Suleiman El-Ajusi, thank you for that, keeping us up to date. Just to remind you again what we're talking about here at the moment, the pictures you're seeing now. This is the aftermath, the daytime aftermath of the attack on a US consulate in Benghazi overnight. The confirmation now is that of the 4 people killed in that attack, Suleiman El-Ajusi telling us there are 2 security personnel, 1 from the finance department, and then this man Christopher Stevens, who's the US ambassador to Libya, who was apparently on a short trip to Benghazi when this attack happened, as Suleiman was describing to us, the anger over this movie released on the internet which insulted the Prophet Muhammad. The aftermath now is that this man is dead along with 3 others. And you can imagine what this is going to cause when you think about the fact that the United States was part of the NATO force which enforced the no-fly zone over Libya and led to the downfall of Muammar Gaddafi and the coming in of this new government. This will cause a major diplomatic incident in the new Libya between it and the United States. We're keeping a very, very close eye on this one as well. You heard Suleiman saying there we're expecting a press conference at some point from the Libyan government. Continuing coverage here on Al Jazeera as we get it. We'll check in with some other news though for now. The Hillsborough Stadium
in Libya's second city of Benghazi. A local producer for Al Jazeera TV describes what happened.
About 11:30 p.m., a group of people called themselves as Islamic law supporters heard the news that there will be an American movie insulting the Prophet Muhammad. Once they heard these news, they came out of their military garrison and they went into the street calling upon people to gather and go ahead and attack the American consulate at Benghazi.
In a written statement, US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton confirmed a staff member died in the violence. I condemn in the strongest terms the attack on our mission in Benghazi today. As we work to secure our personnel and facilities, we have confirmed that one of our State Department officers was killed. We are heartbroken by this terrible loss. Earlier in the Egyptian capital, Cairo, protesters stormed the US Embassy compound.
We had some people breach the wall, take the flag down, replace it. What I heard was that it was replaced with
an Al-Qaeda flag.
With a black flag, a plain black flag, but I may not be correct in that. We are obviously working with Egyptian security to try to restore order at the embassy and to work with them to try to get the situation under control.
The violence is being linked to an amateur film now running on YouTube.com. It's not a US government film, nor is it one made by Hollywood. Its producer says he's attempting to highlight what he calls the hypocrisies of Islam. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera.